we're doing the recap, everyone.
Are we?
We had just left
Say it again.
last time on Legends of Avalon. We left a very fucked up room under very tense circumstances. I will scream this whole recap if I have to. No one will interrupt me. Shut your mouth. We exited a fucking place under a giant ring. We left. We said no. We left. We escaped out into the broken blade, and everyone was very depressed. And we tried to figure out, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Because that place is full of mind flayers and an elder brain. And no, none of us want to deal with that, but we have to. Because Alastair made a deal to take 30 innocent people and feed them to the brain, as you do. So, a lot of people, mainly Hammerfell and M, and some other people weren't considering it too, I hope, said that isn't good. We shouldn't do that. So, we're really debating on what to do here. Hammerfell went off and made a suit of emo armor. But it's not emo, it's actually just more effective because it's adamantine plate mail, which is Pog. M suggested that we get a few gladiator friends from her arena who use technology to fight, and we're like, that sounds good. They're probably smart, they can not be fucking feeble-minded. So we're figuring things out. And then just as everything was going horribly wrong, Alastair got assaulted in a dream, as you do, by some guy that he pissed off in a tavern.
To be fair, he assaults
a whole
a lot
town
of people
ago.
in their dreams. Maybe not assaults, but
yeah,
like he assaults their dreams.
He honestly kind of had it coming because, he fights people in dreams, and he got fought in the dream. It's a whole thing. But anyway, he's super depressed about it and is sulking in his room. Everything's going on. And last we left off, M and Hammerfell, and I think a few other people went off to the arena to find Ignis, except not because, it's a technology arena. So they're going to find gladiators to fight the people, while Reesney went and comforted Alastair.
All right.
And that's what happened.
Hammerfell and M.
Now I can stop screaming.
Let's pick up inside the room with
It's fine, I'm used to being
Alastair and Reesney as they continue.
I don't want to forget you, Rachel.
Within
I just
the
want to get the
wooden
recap.
and wooden
I'm sorry.
And warmed interior of the Broken Blade Inn and Tavern. Shaboom, go!
Reesney and Alastair just had a nice, serious conversation.
A very nice conversation.
I need to breathe for like 4 seconds.
Sorry.
Go ahead, take your time.
Alistair's just plopped on the floor, having a moment.
Floor time.
What?
To be floor time.
It's basically floor time.
Alastair?
He'll look at Reesney. Yes.
Do you just need some time to think? Do you need a snuggle buddy?
No. I'm just gonna lay here for a bit.
Okay.
Where'd the others go?
I believe they said they were going to get possible reinforcements or
30 bodies worth of reinforcements?
I don't think exactly, but perhaps. It was more that they were going to people to help storm the thing.
Oh yeah, I mean it knows they're coming now. Oh, probably.
Not too sure how best to help with that.
Do what it wants.
Yes.
My God, who cares? It's just 30 people. I get it. It's terrible. Fuck. Like, they're just gonna die. They go down there. We can't win.
I think Hammerfell has a flawed opinion of how best this is to go down, as it were.
I mean, to his credit, if you're gonna storm it, take as many people as you can.
Yeah.
That's not incorrect. But the longer you take to assemble those people, the longer they're going to prepare, since, it's a home turf advantage, and they're getting time to prep. Mm-hmm. While we take time to figure out what the fuck we're going to do.
Yes.
Well, are going to do.
He wants I think Hammerfell is one of the few types who would rather die for a cause than to live to do more good in the world. Just to do one last good, I suppose.
That's a waste of resources.
I know, and that is why I say it's flawed. I know he wishes the best, but the best we can do is to try to dissuade him from doing this further.
Not gonna work. Listen to how he talks. He's gonna do what is right till the end.
Mm.
And speaking from just strictly a moral standpoint, I mean, he is right. If you're a hero, fight to the end.
Yes.
Sucks he's gonna die for it.
Yes, I think it might be the recent discoverings of his family have left him.
Of course they would. Shaken?
Well, he may wish to, right the wrongs of his family.
His family's done nothing wrong. Other than
Well,
to each other,
Yes.
as far as we know.
He may want to redeem them.
Well, I guess not. All those people that were killed were probably killed by his brother, so I guess that's kind of the Hammerfell family's problem.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least it was implied, because,
Yes.
No, he just feels bad, because he left on a journey to better himself, then he comes back and everyone's dead. Or dying, or on the run, or killing each other. And clearly he cares a lot about helping people, so he probably feels responsible, even though it's not his fault. I mean, if you're not physically there, you can't be responsible for something. But when you're someone with such strong morals, you do stupid shit, like blame yourself for stuff you didn't do.
Yes.
Then we have Silyra, who shouldn't be doing anything stupid, because she has a whole other thing she's to focus on, but she's so dumb about being a good person, she's just going to follow around. She won't tell Hammerfell no. She's not the type of person to be argumentative like that. And she wants to help people. I mean, she's willing to waste her magic aggressively to heal those people when it was more efficient to let them wake up naturally on the surface. But it's because they're good people. But being good doesn't win fights.
Yes.
Being morally correct doesn't win wars. But it's not my problem. So.
Do you not wish to help further?
Why would I? I have a deal to keep.
Yes. You have many.
Yep. And doing one of them helps the others. So.
Do you wish to stay in here and let them go about this?
No. Heavens no. I was just mad.
I know, buddy.
I'd have to do what I want to do faster than they do what they're going to do.
Mm.
It won't be that hard.
And your wish is to...
Give it what it wants so it doesn't kill any of us?
Yes. Just making sure.
Have you thought of another plan that's gone unspoken? That I'm aware of?
Sadly have not.
Yeah. We had a few, but people keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
Which sucks. I guess that when you guys aren't used to talking in your heads, you're used to always saying everything you want to say out loud.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, could we have, like, written it down or something? Like, we'd have done this so much better. Then again, people like Hammerfell aren't used to subterfuge and espionage and doing shit the shady way. Where are they going? You said?
The arena. They're going to get some smart fighters, as it were.
Smart? Like smart? Or like they're good at fighting?
I believe they are perhaps artificers of some sort.
Okay, because like if you meant smart, like they're talented, like I mean M was technically mediocrely passable. So I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Does that mean?
No. Not entirely.
Did you say not comparatively?
Not entirely.
Oh, I was like, Rixby!
She's a good enough fighter. That she is not a hindrance.
I mean, worst case scenario, that's one of the 30 bodies down.
Mm.
If Hammerfell's so righteous, that's 2.
Mm.
Then again, I guess letting M die goes against that deal. Keeping his family safe. I guess we can't let her die.
Yes. So do you want to go try to help them to potentially succeed? Or stop them at the very least?
No. I'll go. Mostly because I can't let Silyra or Side die for different... Well, I guess if Silyra dies, Aelin can still do the job. But I like Silyra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can go.
Alright. He will give him one last squeeze of his arm, and then just stand up and just do like a little like removing goosebumps shake, and then just offer a hand to help Alastair stand to his feet.
He won't take the hand, he'll just stand up. Let's go find them.
Let me go find him.
Hammerfell, M, I believe Silyra was with them, and assigning you are led into a rather large structure, circular and surrounded with many differing, what appear to be either snack stands or stands for selling kind of merchandise of a particular fighter. As you begin making your way through these many a stand, you eventually enter into a large archway, doorway that leads into the arena. As you are about to head in, you could see kind of in a ticket booth that is facing where people would walk through. There's a kobold individual within there of blue skin and bright green eyes. No irises or white of the eye, just pure green. Kind of look up and looks over in the direction, looking at you keenly, almost with like he's about to shake you down, but then sees M and kind of leans back and says, "Been a while." M says, "Yeah, gotta talk to the others. Are they in?" "Yeah, I think they're in the training rooms. Good luck. Brave of you to show your face around here again."
I give M a look, an inquisitive look, and also a cautious one.
Yeah, Hammerfell gives a very similar look, but it's hard to tell because the helmet.
The Kenku's about to speak before she says, "It's not important. Just gotta go find."
I mean, it'd be good for us to know why you'd be on bad footing with them.
Not bad
Yes.
footing. No, she just fell behind a little bit. Didn't fall behind. I'm just not super into all this tech crap that everyone's using to get ahead.
And you're sure we can trust these people, yes?
No. But they're good. They beat me in a fight, so that's kind of beside the point at this instance, I think.
Well, that is good to have capable fighters.
Yeah. Leads you deeper into the arena, going off into a hallway beneath the bleachers and stands of the arena, passing a couple different bathroom locations before there is a large red sign upon double doors that continue on further. The red sign says employees or fighters only. And you see M kind of hesitate there for a moment before shaking it off and pushing the doors open. As the doors are pushed open, you hear a cacophony of different noises. Sword against shield, teeth against armor. It is pretty intense going on within. And as she leads you in, you will see a large sand rectangular fighting pit, about 10 feet wide and 20 feet long. There appear to be 6 individuals within here, one of which is a Dragonborn. This is a Emerald Dragonborn You see the glittering emerald scales of this Dragonborn. However, you can see that he is fighting with sword and shield, but neither of which are being held by him or by any attachment. It seems they are simply floating through the air as the shield defends him and the sword attacks for him.
Fancy.
Then there is a female drow there who seems to be employing use of what appear to be 7 mechanical arms, each attached at different points. You can see 2 are attached to her shoulders, 2 are attached just below her normal arms, 2 more attached below that, and then 1 single one dangling from the head. And she seems to be able to land several blows. M seems to have kind of glare in the direction of this multi-armed drow woman. Then, following that, there is a strange, like very stout man with a large beard, appearing to be rather plump elf, and also short. This one seems to have attached to both arms is some kind of mechanism that seems to launch fighters away from him whenever he makes impact. That seems to do quite a number on the individuals that he hits, extracting quite a bit of their vitality from them.
He does a lot of damage.
Yes, he does. Translation: he does a lot of damage.
This shit fucking hurts.
Following that, there is the one opposing him at the moment is is an individual who appears to be wearing no armor, no legs. Appears to be a somewhat skinny individual. Hard to tell the exact make, as his head is completely covered in some kind of mask. The mask appears to be that of an armadillo. He's this strange armadillo mask, and every now and then as he makes his attack, he seems to go in for normal punches and blocks. However, every now and then a massive drill suddenly extends out from the maw of this armadillo, just extends out and like attempts to land a blow. He is some kind of drill wielding skinny boy. Then, following that, there is which one should go first? There is a individual who appears to be full clad in plate mail, and electricity is just constantly arcing through it. Lightning just arcing from piece of metal to piece of metal. Some kind of lightning lad, it seems.
Nice. Lad of lightning.
This individual seems rather large, probably about 6'3" within the armor. And then the final individual you see within here is a woman of very, very short length, probably either gnomish or halfling, and she seems to be a kind of individual within a fight that would probably be incredibly annoying. They come to blows, and while she doesn't land any blows, she leaves, and as she's fighting the lightning individual at the moment, he will find certain bombs laced into the chinks within his armor before they explode, causing his armor to dent up and cause damage to him. And she kind of, with a laugh, gets away. But as you all enter, they all kind of turn and look in your direction. The fighting comes to a halt.
Greetings. We'll raise up a hand to sort of wave at them.
Hello.
Hey guys. And they all look at her, kind of cock a grin. Guys, turning to all of you, these are the people that I arena with. This here is Derelict, pointing to the kind of emerald dragonborn psionic. This is Saran, pointing to the multi-armed drow woman. This is Gario, pointing to the force gauntlet wielding plump elf. This is Bart. Hey Bart. Nobody is being him. That is the drill wielding skinny boy.
Nice.
this is Terraso, pointing to the individual covered with lightning, and this is Pildo, and pointing to the cheeky-looking gnome. They are people I fight with in the arena, and we kind of have a proposition for you, everyone. This is part of a group called the Order of Embers. They've done a lot in a somewhat small span of time, and we need your help. They all, throughout this conversation, seem to be going to nearby points at which they've stuck water skins, or like wet rags in order to like dampen or
Nice.
to like wipe their forehead sweat. The individual Bart will look at all of you and say, "Well, warriors. Clearly, you have the make of them. You have not been in the arena before. Why is this?"
We are new to town, and arena combat is not exactly, my specialty.
Silyra is trying to figure out whether, like, how to feel about having the make of a warrior.
Was the arena here when Signing lived here?
Yeah.
It was?
Yes. None of these individuals were on rotation at the time. It's
Yeah.
pretty quick
he
in,
was here,
quick
like,
out.
He was here like several years ago, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
Been a while.
You know.
We are looking for mercenary types, and you all seem fairly capable, if not quite unique in your fighting styles.
Of course. You'll never find a better group. Then you see Pildo, the strange nobleman, say, "Man, we've never even been in any kind of team effort. We usually fight each other."
Well, let us hope that you can transition those skills to something a bit stranger. We are looking for someone to fight creatures from beyond this world. Something that is affecting and may severely harm your city.
And you have come to us because I assume you have a reason. Aside from the convenience of our little friend.
Yes, well, my sister here has informed me that you all are quite capable, and, well, let's say that
Oh, is that what you said, M? That's not what you said when you called us a bunch of dirty cheaters for incorporating differing types of fighting.
He is a him.
perhaps that
That was a long time ago. I said that early this week. A long time ago. Elbows you in the ribcage to get you to speak up.
I apologize for any insult that my sister has bestowed upon you. I'm sure that she did not mean it. Sportsmanship can be quite the friendly banter. You know, there is issues to be resolved between one's compatriots. I'm sure that she meant nothing of it. It is, well, in the spirit of competition. I was a jouster for many years, after all. We're looking for someone, well, perhaps about your skill set. We're looking for somebody strange, unique at fighting. And those who are in charge here, as the adamantine guards, are, well, quite basic in their commands, as well as maybe what we'll be competing with.
Once again, the drow woman will look over to everyone and say, "So, she's gotten you all wrapped up in her conspiracies now too."
It is not a
Maybe we saw 'em.
conspiracy. Yes, they are quite real, and we're willing to pay quite the large sum for help. However, I will not lie to you, it is dangerous. And some of you may perish.
So we're just supposed to lay our lives down on the line for a little bit of gold?
Not a little bit of gold.
I mean, you like
I'm
the
willing.
city?
Yes, the city will also fall, should you not assist, should we fail in our mission. I'm willing to pay each of you 2 adamantine bars each.
They kind of let out a chuckle at that. Adamantine bars? Do you think we are a pawn shop?
Well, we also have a large sum of coins in our coffers. We can pull into that.
So exactly what is occurring? What needs to be saved that you cannot contact the reliable government to fill in?
Well, there are creatures who lurk deep beneath the city. They are building something. They seek to consume and corrupt the city. They wish to spread their kind, and they have already done so. They've been kidnapping, well, innocent people throughout the city. These people could be your families next. Could be you.
Everyone knows that those kidnappings are nothing but propaganda came up with by individuals like the Breaker here.
They are not.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
If you present proof, we'd be a lot more willing to.
Well, we can show you the entrance to their lair.
And
You
where
know-
is this entrance?
It is beneath the enormous ring building.
That's a completely different project. That's expanding deeper to allow lower income housing to take place beneath.
Well, that is what they have said. Trust me, I did not want to believe it myself, but it is true, every word of it. And they're building something that might interest you.
She's really got you sold.
Well, it is
I
all
don't
true.
know if you know that, but we have been trying to get the peak down there for a while now. But it is constantly guarded by constructs. So
Really?
you have to forgive us if we do not want to break the law in order to give you the chance to prove something that honestly I don't believe is true.
We've gone inside. We've bypassed the guards there, and
I'm sure you have.
beneath they are constructing an enormous construct, completely, well, made of a strange metal, warded with anti-magic. It is quite the marvel. I'm sure that all of you would be interested in its secrets.
The Emerald Dragonborn speaks up and says, I mean, listen to what you're saying right now. Do you not think that this would sound quite insane to
Oh, yes.
anybody who has not, and he does air quotes, seen what you have seen?
Trust me, I would not believe it myself should I not see quite the strange occurrences on the daily. You wield psionics, yes?
Yes.
Well, I have an ally who does the same, in a different way, as well as these creatures seem to have a connection with, well, their minds. They wield psionics themselves. Perhaps there's a secret for you to learn. Do you know
I've
it?
never once within my life came across someone who has the same ability as me. So you have to forgive me once again if I'm not 100% on board with this plan.
Do you know what a mind flayer is?
It's a legend. It's a...
It is no legend.
Yes, it is. People say it is something that comes from the sky when you are weak-willed and when you do not do your studies. It is a myth that parents tell their children to get them to do well in school.
Well, legends can seem false until they're standing before you. They are
You're a
quite
legend.
real.
Are you comparing yourself to a legend?
No. They are, well, creatures of renown, creatures of myth and tale. And they exist, they are real, and they are dangerous.
If you are not willing to assist us in this, it's all right. They are quite frightening.
Yes, of course, and it is going to be quite a dangerous mission. I would understand should your cowardice overtake you.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Here, can I do it with advantage?
Either one of you can make this check with advantage.
Oh, let's go!
Yo! That's the second one's yours. You got a nat 1.
Just kind of scoffs, looking around at the other. I am not afraid of anything.
Well, then a legend, a myth should not frighten you. It is a tale told to children. That scare you?
I am not afraid of anything, including you, Metal Man.
Just
Of course.
We are not trying to frighten you.
We're trying to bolster your resolve for the task ahead.
Well,
And should that task simply be a meager investigation that leads to a falsehood, then you'll be paid 2 adamantine bars in full.
look at all this machinery. Are you not curious what they're building?
The armadillo masked individual says, "Listen, I've got no interest in what may be lies, but if you are willing to pay us 2 adamantine gold to sneak into a place that we were planning on sneaking in anyway, I am personally on board with that. How about everyone else?" Tereso says, "I mean, why not? Arena's postponed today on account of, and looks up through a skylight toward like a perfectly sunny sky. Bad weather. Right. Turns in the direction of the smaller one. I mean, I suppose. I guess we're not fighting today. Good. The plump elf kind of smashes his gauntlets together and says, why not? I've been looking for a chance to use my new second invention. Given that M has not shown up in a couple of weeks. Sort of staring, kind of, not accusatory, cockily at M.
Well, it will be quite the test of your inventions. I sure hope they work.
Well, if this turns out to be rather ill intention, you will find just how quickly my inventions can be. The drow woman says as she kind of retracts all the arms like back into some strange like mechanical, almost like packs at her sides. They almost look comparable to deck boxes, made of metal.
Well, you have my word. That is all true. And that we have no ill intention towards you.
What don't mean shit here, buddy. But 2 adamantine bars do.
Well, that'll have to do.
I assume you begin leading them out?
Yeah.
M is either at the front or the back of the group, making sure that you are in between her and the rest of the people from the arena.
Is anyone bringing their mechs along?
Oh yeah, they all are. They one has the strange gauntlets that are weird technology. One is the multi-armed woman. The psionic individual doesn't appear to have any technology, but the armadillo one, the lightning one, and the strange alchemist all have their kind of bits and baubles that make up what you saw in their fights, carrying with them.
I'm very curious how this stuff works. I'm gonna grill him about his technology. We'll start with the drow lady then. The first one that I'm gonna grill about it.
All right. As you are kind of getting into, she seems to be rather happy to speak of her inventions, saying that, these are rather intense kind of process that I came up with. Having mechanical arms, of course, is not a new thing, but having 7 of them, and especially the one on the head, is especially a bit eccentric, if you ask me. And if you really want to get into it, I could have an additional 2 coming out from the knees, but test runs have showed that that is not the best kind of... it doesn't work out well because I end up tripping over them more than usual. It's just an incredibly...
Is it just the positioning that's the problem?
Positioning, perhaps having them on the legs is not good to have in general because of the I use them to walk, and I thought about maybe creating arms that are so long they could work as my legs, but then I thought that was rather silly.
Why would that be silly?
Yes.
Why would that be silly?
Her eyes kind of suddenly shift direction as she's staring forward, looking in the direction that you're all heading, and you see there Alastair and Reesney.
Reesney's floating along beside Alastair.
Hello.
No,
These were
just
other friends.
decided to join us, I see.
Hello.
They had other things to do, Sir Hammerfell. Glad to see you.
So these are the people you're going to get killed.
Well, we're hoping to avoid that.
Well, you
Well, they're
believe
not
the story
afraid.
too.
It is not a story. We were there.
Yes, I'm sure it's not.
It is better than bringing innocence into the beast lair.
I'm
Yeah.
curious, do people often come to you asking about monsters that don't exist?
No, we're fighters. We don't. I
Don't
personally don't
fight?
get involved in affairs like this often. But since it was good old sweet him that was asking us to follow along, I figured why not? You all
Did they tell
playing
you
the
what you're getting
kidnapper
yourself
team?
into?
What was that?
Did they tell you what you're getting yourselves into?
Oh yeah, they kept on trying to convince us of aliens and shit. We all know that ain't true.
It is true.
Sure.
What do
The
you mean
Hammerfell
you
has
don't believe in?
explained to them.
Do you not believe in extraplanar entities?
I don't believe in weird tentacle face motherfuckers coming to get mad at me because I didn't study for an exam.
Well, they
want
don't
your
get mad
brains.
for that, but oh wow, they really don't know what they're getting themselves into. This is
Yeah.
lovely.
We have
We all know the tale.
tried our best.
Sir Hammerfell has
Did you-
explained what the task is.
Is there anything else you've told them about?
I didn't think
Well-
Hammerfell was capable of lying, and they don't believe him.
Well, I was about to explain the enemy's defenses.
Did you explain the fact they can stop your heart with a single touch?
The fairy tale has gotten larger.
Yes. Continue
was
to explain
there-
their extravagant abilities.
Was there a physical mark on Reesney from when he got his heart stopped?
There was not, no.
No, okay. Never mind. I was like, I can show them the wound. Pepega.
It's a new day, right?
It's a new
Yes.
day.
It's a new day.
Yes.
Give me surface thoughts.
Let's go. From everyone. Hey, players, you go first.
I don't care about my party.
Except me.
Players, you go first.
The new guys plus M.
Hey, oh fuck you. God damn it. Okay.
You go first.
All right.
If you'd
So-
like, I am curious what Hammerfell's thinking as well.
Yeah.
You go first.
Sure. He is thinking, I sure hope that these people are capable enough. And even though they don't believe this myth, perhaps they will be hardy enough to survive. If they are comparable to M, they're probably pretty decent. Also, I'm glad that Alastair isn't running around killing people at the moment.
Keyword. Moment.
At the moment.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with the Emerald Dragon Psionic Boy.
Alistair can gauge the rest.
Is thinking how if he saw the adamantine bars, he's thinking about them, how he could get 2 of them, and how that might be enough to buy his family out of debt. The multi-armed drow woman is thinking about how she can use the adamantine either to get materials or to incorporate into her own inventions, because the world needs to see her brilliance. The strange gauntlet wielding larger elf seems to be rather interested in getting hit the exact same kind of mechanisms that he has on his arms, but for his legs. So get some weird force boots.
Force boots.
Individual whose face you haven't seen beneath the armadillo mask appears to be thinking about getting a pet armadillo.
Real wielding shit, skinny boy.
Yep. That's him.
I love it.
The individual who's covered in lightning, you currently cannot detect his thoughts. He seems to be warded by some means.
Lightning Lad and Alchemist.
Yeah, the lightning lad, that's the one that you cannot detect. The alchemist.
Ooh, fun.
The alchemist appears to be thinking.
And the
of-
Alchemist?
Yes, she is thinking of how she can use her bombs to escape if the guard get involved.
And while Alistair takes the time to do that, because it takes 6 seconds to swap between people, Hammerfell will be explaining where, like, what's up with the whole, like, the different layers of the complex. He's explaining basically just like what they're gonna see down there.
Would Reesney be able to tell if the Lightning Lad and the Emerald Dragonborn are psionic in nature, perhaps? I have a skill called psionics.
Yeah, it's mostly from the Emerald Dragonborn. He kind of looks at you for a moment as well, and it's like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse thing, where it's like,
Yeah.
you're like me. He kind of looks at you. You just feel that almost like feedback in a microphone.
Reesney sends a telepathic message of a waving hand.
Alastair wants to probe the Scion deeper.
Oh.
Okay.
I was saying hello.
This is not a very high save. A 13.
What's going on? What about your family?
What is going on inside your head?
You begin to dig deeper, and you see images of him currently, like, working in the arena. Like, it's like a day in his life. Working, getting up in the morning, kind of leaving a sleeping house, making it to the arena, fighting, and getting what little he gold, paying out to the arena as he needs to, before returning, usually stopping at a grocery store on the way home, and feeding what appears to be... It doesn't really seem like a family, more like a found family. There are several different races of individual within this home, all of whom appear to be contributing to keeping this house up, but they do definitely seem to be struggling.
I love how you say, like, a found family, not a real family. Like, Alastair has a concept of, like, real family outside of the family.
That's a normal family.
Yeah, he's like, that's just normal. Interesting.
Get that before this.
Alastair's looking dead at him as he does this, too.
He turns in your direction and just sort of shrugs.
We'll wave. We'll do a little finger wave.
No, you could have just asked.
Well, I had to know what you were all doing this for. Except for you, looks at Lightning Boy. What's going on in your head? What are you hiding?
Alastair, we talked about this.
Yeah, we did. We talked about a lot of things, Hammerfell.
Did
You
try
seem to
to
be
read
heeding
my
none of it.
thoughts?
Huh?
Did you try to read my thoughts?
Well, not yours. You're not like that special. Just everyone in the room. Except for these guys. Went to the party.
Then why are you asking me specifically what is going on inside my head?
Because you're the one that blocked it.
I knew this ring wasn't a piece of junk. He's like holding out his fingers. There doesn't appear to be a ring on any of them.
Do you mean amulet, maybe?
No, the ring. And you see him like pull off like a ring that slowly becomes visible as he pulls it off his finger. Appears to be a ring with a brain on it that he quickly puts back on, and then it becomes invisible again.
Well, that's interesting. But for real, though, why are you willing to die? Because, like, we have debt over here, desire.
I personally don't believe this is real, but if it is real, it will be worth dying for to see. I have seen everything this world has to offer. I'm willing to die to see something new at this point.
Telepath to Hammerfell. So they range from noble to stupid. This will be fun.
I could say the same thing for our group.
You're right. Noble looks at Silyra. Dumb. Looking at Hammerfell.
Alastair.
Oh, sorry.
We'll
That slipped out.
discuss this after we finish this.
I'm just here to make sure you don't die. No, you and you. Points to Sinean as well.
You have a strange code, Alastair. Let's just get this done.
Right, so you're part of this group, right? Pointing at both Alastair and Reesney.
Yeah.
Alright, so you coming along?
Yes.
Alright.
What? Rat?
Are you?
What did you refer to us as?
You're part of this group, right?
Right. Oh, accents. Fun.
You thought he said rat too? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, rat? Alistair's like, excuse me.
Rat. It's like, wait a...
You're the giant rat who makes all of the rules.
There's not a hidden reference there. It's just an accent. Got it. I am here to do a job.
I want to make sure my friends stay safe.
Yeah. You've gotten a fair amount of people involved in this prank. I'm quite proud of what you've been willing to do to make
Is
us.
the number of people
Are you
with these
prepared?
claims at all convincing you?
Are you all prepared to actually face what we say we are facing?
If you have never had someone come to you and lie about the purpose of a fight before, why are you so certain that we are lying now?
They all look.
We're
at
like
him.
17 people short, by the way.
Alastair, we are not sacrificing 30 of us. I'm not sacrificing 30 of anyone.
I'm still looking at the dude I asked the question to.
Everyone turns their head towards M.
Do you think the rest of us are gullible fools? Truly? Do you believe we are simply lying about having seen it?
Alistair will
Listen,
snicker.
This is not the first time M has lied.
Reasoning will send a telepathic image to each of them of the mind flares.
Do you believe we are lying?
Wolves run in packs, right?
Are you just unwilling?
Are we really going to
I
chastise
believe they
them?
got
for not
I believe they
believing
got a
us?
grudge. All right.
Help us? And,
There's one
you
way
know,
to make them believe is
You're
to
right.
show them. Come on.
Yeah. Would you like them to get mad and decide to not help? Oof. You know, when
As
someone's
you
trying to help
send
you, it's not good to
the
antagonize.
image to their minds, they just kind of shake it off. They don't know its origin, correct?
No. Reasoning
Alright.
will say, I can only send things that I have seen or have experienced, things that I can imagine, and the detail of that is real. They are there.
They seem a bit spooked.
Are you prepared now to do this?
We will not force you to go.
They just shake off everything, put back on their cocky faces, and continue walking forward.
Very well. Hammerfell will take out the staff of the steed and tap the base foot on the ground to summon Pegasus Francis. And then mount up.
Every time you summon Francis, I want there to be like a lightning strike in the background, just like
Clear sunny day. The storm horse emerges.
we'll continue onwards to the weird hole.
As you
And-
approach,
The whole time Hammerfell's explaining the layout of it, stuff like that, the details, the strange machine. He's giving them all the details.
there appears to be now 12 of these adamantine creatures that are surrounding it.
Is there any people around?
Not at the moment, no.
And just a reminder, the hole is activated by a control panel, correct?
Yeah, within the hole.
It's within the hole?
Yes.
Ah,
Alistair, can we finish the task at hand before we start fighting again?
Oh, someone's spicy.
is he bothering you
Are your
again?
personal feelings more important than the safety of this city?
I'm helping fix the problem, aren't I?
Answer the question, please.
I did.
So go back to walking.
All right. You eventually make it to the hole. You can see the 12 adamantine peacekeepers currently surrounding it. And you can see the large ringed building that arcs above you before arcing back into the earth. That is above this strange hole.
Do you know how these things work? You've been in the city long enough. That man, he spoke a series of words and they all shut down. But when we spoke him, they did not. Is it some sort of badge that they wear? That
I think it is a weird branding they have. It's like something that they're given. I'm not exactly sure. But everyone who's an official city member can kind of work with them. One of the individuals in the group steps up. The multi-armed drow woman says, "If you give me a moment, I might be able to come up with something."
That would be good. It would be best not to fight them.
Well, it'll either work or it'll cause a big no-no, so here's hoping. She begins, takes out a bunch of tinker tools and a bunch of strange cogs and materials, kind of hiding behind one of the trees nearby, just to keep out of normal eyesight. and is tinkering for a fair amount of time. What are you guys getting up to in that?
So what's the backup plan if this fails?
Well, then we regroup and try another day.
How much do you have another
We
day?
don't have another day.
Well, their threat was not exactly a firm one. They give us a deadline to comply with their rules, but should we are not complying, well then, I don't see what they can do to us.
Kill us? Slaughter innocents?
Why haven't they killed the whole city then? They must lurk in the shadows for some reason.
That is what they're trying to do.
Yeah, but if you force their hand, why not? Let's be real, one of those things can slaughter an entire crowd of civilians.
Sure
Why
can.
would you risk drawing attention from people like us? Plus, the plan's almost done. Besides, Dad's working on it.
Well then, we best hurry and not fail.
Tarry?
So if we fail,
The Hammerfell Tarry means...
No, hurry.
Oh.
My apologies.
hey, we have time for word semantics, or we're all gonna die.
Has your other plan come into effect, Alastair?
What other plan? We're
The
doing
moral one. The one you're considering.
I told you, we're missing 17 people.
Exactly. Do you know you have those?
It can be done by the hour. It's a little late to do it, though, since the whole point was, if you choose to do this, you lock out that option. Which means if we fail, you doom everyone.
Well, then we will not fail.
We did great last time.
I have informed my family about everything. And should we fail, they will inform as many as they can.
Yay! Then they'll die too.
Well, they are not going down. They will be informing everyone, not just in the city, but all that they can reach. Which, with the power
Why
of
not do
yours,
that now?
is quite a lot.
Why not do it now? That makes no sense. If you have the power to reach out, shouldn't you do it preemptively? Assuming there's a chance we could fail, then being naive enough to assume we can't?
Well, sending can pass the plains, however. It does not bring people here immediately.
Yeah, that's why you tell them ahead of time, so they can get fucking ready. Can a family of esteemed knights not put together a basic contingency plan?
Well, I'm afraid we are not exactly as well renowned as we used to be.
Oh yeah, that's what happens when you lose a third of your members.
Yes, thank you for the reminder, Alastair.
Reason just kind of like shrinks into his coat.
Alastair, would you rather we just tell these people helping us to go home? What would you have us do?
You would have us collect 30 members of the city. Have you no confidence?
Have you a freaking will to live?
I do. I also have a purpose.
No, you don't.
Dying ain't a purpose.
My purpose is to protect those who cannot protect themselves. And I will not collect them to send them to their doom. That is what monsters do.
And I don't disagree with you on that. If we have the power to protect the innocent, why don't we? The issue is we don't have the power.
We do.
No, you just added more people to our eventual slaughter.
Are we going right now, or should we discuss this somewhere else? I would rather not waste these people's time. If
We're
they're
not.
ready.
They're busy doing what they're doing while we're chatting.
Alastair, if you have no confidence, if you have no faith, then you have already lost. So I suggest that you believe in your abilities, in our
I do believe in my
abilities.
abilities. I know what I can do.
As do I. You are an incredible combatant. I simply wish for you to use that against those who deserve it.
It's all I've done with it so far, but it feels like I'm treated like I haven't.
Well, it's because you're always discussing otherwise.
He did save our lives, Sir Hammerfell.
No, it's fine. I'm used to it at this point. Don't defend me now that you feel bad.
You said that 30 can be collected within the hour, yes?
Easy. My familiars can drop commoners without much problem.
See, it is discussion like that that concerns me. That you would
Facts?
summon your
It's called a
fiendish minions.
contingency?
That's like saying because you could take that halberd of yours and mow down an entire small town, and you were to state that, Because it's a fact, suddenly you're bad. No, I simply know what I can do.
My skills can be used for a number of things. However, I will not discuss using them against innocents. I will not even think of it.
I'm gonna turn to
It is
M's
immoral and
friends.
wrong.
We apparently are going to solidify our plan. Would you prefer to meet back up with us later today?
We're gonna figure this out in the next few minutes. Why are we wasting more time? Send them away, that's wasting time.
Yes, they're figuring out a plan to
They're doing
bypass the guards.
We're doing
I
ours.
am. They are standing around, twiddling their thumbs.
Well, you're wonderful. Thank you for what you're doing.
Yes, I am.
Oh god, she is a narcissist.
Do you
Respect it,
realize what this is doing? If
Do
we are
you?
divided, we are not going to be able to stand against an enemy like this. We need to
If we're
agree on a
divided-
plan, or this is going to fail.
If we're divided, no matter how I've been spoken to, I've done nothing but to help defend you. Divided, you say?
Yes,
I've never
I'm
said I
not
have no faith
accusing
in you guys.
you specifically,
We-
Alastair.
can't seem to agree on a plan.
My point is that right now, our lives depend on us taking one plan.
Okay. Is it about our lives or the town's lives? Which matters
Not
more?
just our
to you?
lives.
Your friends or the town? Because that's interesting, because you said our lives. Hammerfell says the people's lives. I'm curious why it's worded that way. You like words, let's break it down. Shall we?
I thought that maybe it might mean more to us if it's personal, and I am trying to convince you are my audience. Of course, the lives of those in the city matter to me.
More than
But-
yours. More than your duty. More than helping your brother.
Why would you care, Alastair? You feed them these
This
30
is
people and you go
exactly
home.
the point. I tailored my statement for my audience, because you are my intended audience.
So, if the plan we pick puts all of that at risk, it's worth it to you for a ton of people you don't know, in an irrelevant place far from your homeland.
Alastair, people are people.
Yes.
It does not matter where they live. They are common folk trying to survive.
People are people, no matter where they are. I wish I felt like I was treated like a person all the time. I'm a person from somewhere. But you should talk about where I'm from.
You are from somewhere who is concerning.
And what
And
is
this
your
place isn't?
objective here,
Oh, I'm
Alastair?
sorry. The city full of brain-eating monstrosities isn't concerning.
No,
God,
that is very
That's up to the
concerning.
actual hills.
What
And
is
I'm
your
seeking to
objective
remedy
here,
that.
Alastair? I
Wasting-
understand that you are frustrated, and I am perfectly willing to discuss this when we are not on an
When we're dead?
ever-decreasing
When we're
deadline.
dead. When we're dead.
We will not die.
Oh, you got that right.
You
I
have no
won't-
faith.
I won't
What
die.
are you intending to accomplish?
Just a little
This
bit of
argument.
You still haven't answered my question, Silyra. Does this plan matter more to you than Athendel? Because that's what you're risking helping.
Are you asking me if Tinkodran matters more to me than Athendel?
Well, you're willing to risk, in your eyes, having a coup and saving Athendel for Tinkodran, so it seems to be. Or am I wrong?
Are you saying that if I do not choose your plan with the 30, then I am placing Tinkodran over my duty to Athendel?
Let's get one thing straight, Princess. This wasn't my plan.
It is the one you agree with. It is the one you are trying to
It's
force.
the only one I was offered to save your life.
And it was offered by a monstrosity. One that seeks to further its own goals. With these 30, it completes this machine, takes over Tinkodran, takes over Eidolon.
No,
And
it's
then
stalls longer.
Athendale is next. Presumably.
I was
All
under
I
the
said-
impression that we would have more people.
All I said is watch your tongue saying it's my plan. Because it's not. Don't put this on me. I made a tough decision that none of you could or did. We would be dead right now if I did not do that. What I just said about you being dead, not being able to help your home, wouldn't happen if I had not made that deal. Is that not clear to you? You having
You
a
are
chance
not the
to
only
save this
one.
city would not be possible if I did not make that
A
plan.
few minutes
I will not have two privileged bastards chastise me for making the decision I had to make in the moment that none of you fucking did.
We are all in the
You are
same
not the only one
situation
who
here,
saw
Alastair.
that was the time to retreat.
I was under the impression that we would have more people coming with us.
Where are you now?
Yes.
Then why don't you speak up about finding more people?
I'm stupid. I failed. What do you want me to admit?
I never said you failed.
Well, there's your answer. You asked a question.
Oh, I love it. You are going to make a wonderful leader someday.
Are we putting our personal feelings over Tinkodran?
Well, in Hammerfell's own words, I won't be in this world forever. So
Because by standing here arguing, that is what we are doing.
You'll be returning to your, well, marvelous home. You call us privileged. You've lived your whole life there, yes?
Sir Hammerfell, this is not the time for personal attacks.
Well,
The
to that,
point
no,
that's
it's not
here-
fair.
personal.
Is Tinkodran and the safety of this city.
I agree.
No,
Then why-
no, what he said is true.
Then why are you making personal attacks and deepening this fight?
He's not. He stated a fact.
Yes,
I have lived my whole life there. You act like I had a choice.
Silyra has been abused her whole life, and I have seen
Sir Hammerfell,
many years of hardship.
do not
I will
bring
not-
my personal life into this.
I will not be called privileged by this. We should
This is a
be
matter of perspective
working.
and doesn't matter to this problem.
Yes, I agree. We should be working together.
But please do not bring my personal life into this.
Hold on.
Like,
By this what, Samson? By this what?
Well, what exactly are you? An otherworldly clown?
I'm
he
an
has fought
entertainer.
alongside us.
He has. And he's proven to be useful enough and quite capable.
Useful. Sir Hammerfell, he
Yes.
saved our lives.
Yes, as
Is
has
he
everyone
not
here.
an equal member of our group?
This is what I'm talking about. I referred to one of you as useful and you chastised me. Quite aggressively, actually. I did. Which is funny, because she's not here anymore. Oh, sorry, was that inappropriate?
Everyone here is useful in their own way. Everyone has their
But why is it
abilities
when
and
I
skill
said
sets.
that- Why is it when I said that, you said that I wasn't showing respect? Because they're people.
Alastair, what
That's
do you
a
want?
But why is it when you call me useful, you defend it like it's a compliment?
I do not remember the context to these grudges you keep.
No, because people remember. I'm sorry, you forget. I'm sorry that you say things that are casually hurtful and show no concern for other people's feelings when they've done nothing but help you.
Care about everyone's safety, Alastair. Including yours.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. You have assisted us in protecting those. You've helped me with, well, my family. You have been quite useful.
I've helped protect. I've helped track. I let you say goodbye to your father.
Yes, and that is what I'm referring to.
And you
You
still
have-
had the gall to speak the way you did in the streets. You have
have-
the gall to insult my methods. You have the audacity to insult my morality.
You have glimpses of a good man, Alastair. But
And you have
You worry
glimpses
me.
of being a shitty one. I'm glad that I worry you. I've never so much as done anything to remotely threaten you. The closest I've gotten to being aggressive is defending myself. But I'm the one who's worrying.
I have not attacked you, Alastair.
Verbally, yes.
No, you didn't draw a blade.
No, but you have charmed me, read my thoughts. You've held signing in place multiple times.
That's fine.
I would never do anything like that
Yeah.
to any of you. I would not draw a blade to you.
Let's address that from the top. I charmed you for a second for fun. It's called levity. But it hurts your feelings. I'll never do it again. Simply speak up.
Yes, of
Reading your
course.
mind. Well, I did it a
Levity.
few minutes ago. But
You did? Wonderful, after I explicitly told you not to. Disobeying a request? How often have you done that since I asked?
just the once.
Right, of course. For somebody who seems to want to keep their promises, you seem to break a lot of them.
I didn't say the words promise about that.
Right.
I said I would try.
Always the one of semantics.
Sorry, it's Silyra's specialty. It's okay.
It is.
Are you done yet?
I am quite done.
Not you. Elf woman.
Silyra is gone.
Yeah.
Not you, Silyra.
Oh, where did Silyra go?
Huh? You guys were in the middle of an argument, and they appear to be kind of circling the area, not straying too far, just circling the area, kind of seeming strategically, it appears.
That's okay.
I am still working, and it is a lot harder to work when there is a bunch of bitching going on.
Our apologies.
I'm sorry. Where's
Continue
Silyra?
working.
Are we finished?
I do not know. Look around for her.
Yeah, she's with the group circling around strategically.
No, she's gonna see the fight is at least paused, and
Oh, okay.
are we finished then, for now at least?
Yes.
Got
I do
all
not
our
wish-
boss systems?
Far from it.
Well then, feel free to continue while we work on this.
I have all day. I don't have many left, so why not?
Alright. And she'll go back and keep making a plan with the fighters.
All right.
What is your backup plan, Samson? If you have one that's not sacrificing 30 people, I'll help you do it in a heartbeat. But what is your backup plan?
I do not have one.
I have faith that we can get out.
Good. And
I don't
will
have-
let you.
What, are you going to just stay down there till the bitter end?
That is the Knight's Code. That
Then
is
why'd
what I'm
you-
here for. I'm here to be the bulwark between those who would harm the innocents and the innocents. I will do my duty.
Do you just not care about yourself?
I do. I
Do
know
you?
my purpose. I hope you figure out yours.
Well, I thought I knew what it was. But it just feels dumb. Just to be willing to die.
That is called honor, Alastair.
You were raised to be that way. Don't act like you were born noble.
Well, perhaps. Perhaps if you think my whole life is dumb, then so be it.
I never called your life dumb. I've called you honorable. I've called you noble. I've called you respectable. I actually compliment you quite a lot. I wish I could understand. But that concept makes no sense to me. Where I come from,
Then I pity you.
you know, you could try to educate instead of just being passive, right?
I've tried to educate.
No, you haven't. You haven't tried to educate. You say, don't do this. You're asked why. You say, because. I'm sorry, I'm not a drone who was taught to simply obey what I'm told who is correct or morally upright or noble to do.
Well, normally you don't have to explain such things. Why don't we dismember people? Because it's wrong. That is the end of it. Such concepts do not need to be explained to average people.
But why just die?
Because I believe in it. Because I believe in Silyra. I believe in Zynian, Reasoning, even you.
But what about all the good you could do other places? What
It
about
is not, it is not worth doing good other places if I have to live with 30 lives on my mind. I've already lived with one, and that is hard enough.
What do you mean? Who's the one?
That is the story you have not earned.
We both know I can just pry it out of you.
Yes, And that'll be proving me right. We can argue here all day. Or are we going to fulfill our duty?
My duty is to make sure that the ones I promised to keep alive survive.
As is mine. So let's focus on that goal and keep morale up, yes?
So if things hit the fan, what do you want to do?
You run.
Are you sure they'll be willing to run?
Convince them.
Sir, yes, sir.
Hammerfell will walk over and join everyone else.
We'll follow.
Silyra, you can explain what they see and hear as you approach. As they approach.
Silyra has taken a seat with I don't know who feels like sitting down, but they've started mostly drawing out a plan and, like, writing it down. In the notes, she's written a few just, like, words, including things like thought, arrow, impulse, and kind of a sketch of one of the mind flayers, and a few bullet points about what she knows of their fighting style. I don't know how comprehensible it is for someone just walking up and looking at the paper, so I don't know if they need to roll for that or whatever. I mean, it looks like notes on a lecture, maybe.
It looks like notes
She's
to
been
a
using a
lecture.
combination of very vague speech and occasional misleading statements.
Yeah, it's like
and-
notes to a lecture you didn't attend.
How was the plan?
Progressing. How was the fight?
Settled for now.
Progressing.
Insight check. Are they gonna keep fighting?
Probably.
Yes.
100%.
You don't need an insight check for that.
If you okay, I'll go ahead and roll for it. It's a DC 2. So
I'm uncertain that you two are prepared to walk into this.
why wouldn't we be? Our feelings have no
Because-
effect on our combat ability.
Well, they just have.
Literally no.
You have ignored what we're working on and what we are talking about, which pertains to the task at hand, in favor of hashing out your differences right this second.
I sort of hope to not have to do that.
Lay the plan out then. What you got?
Well, we've already discussed it. The insight check was also like, are they going to keep fighting today?
Oh, Hammerfell's
Like,
hoping
right,
that
is
it's
this going to continue
resolved.
to interrupt our work?
I mean,
Hammerfell's hoping that it's resolved. At
the
least for
only
the
thing that's going
moment.
to trigger Alastair is if she doesn't just say the fucking plan in the next 5 minutes. He will look visibly impatient at the comment. What's the plan?
She writes down on the paper and underlines it, not speaking aloud.
Yes, the thing that reads minds. Let's keep it in our heads. I already warned you. What you think is probably free real estate as well.
We're still unsure if it can do that.
It can intercept the dream spell.
And who is the dream to?
I did it for Sinyam to talk to his dad.
Oh, and it intercepted it? I don't believe I heard it of this. I was not there this morning.
It happened pretty casually, which is kind of upsetting when you realize how powerful of a spell that is. Plus, its psionics are much stronger than any that I've encountered.
Well, they have a hive mind, yes? Perhaps he is already lost to it.
No, he's not. At least not.
How can
in
you
the
be
positive
sure?
thought. Oh, I talked to the brain, and it told me.
And that is the issue. That if you trust it, it might be getting in your head. Well, not literally, but confusing you, yes?
No, I don't think it has much room to lie. It had something it wanted. It is pretty honest, actually. Everything it said so far, it's backed up.
Well, the other aberrations we have met have been not exactly the most forthcoming creatures.
I don't think it's because it's trusting, I think it's because it's arrogant. Now you can hear me saying that, which that'll be fun. But Fair enough. It's rather old. Highly intelligent.
Well, what is the issue with discussing plans if they already know what they are?
That's why I'm saying just spit it out.
Very well.
Also, you did warn everyone here that, like, if you do live and piss this thing off and we manage to get away, anyone you thought about, loved ones, kids, parents, it's all free real estate, probably. Just a heads up.
If we do not
And now you
succeed,
can't walk away.
then everyone is in danger. The whole
That's
city will be doomed should we fail.
That's why I say we have to have a backup plan, which I assume you have, Silyra.
Yes.
Then please tell me it's valid.
I
Well-
believe it is.
Silyra cannot have her mind read, so perhaps if she keeps the backup plan in her head, then we will be safe to deploy it when she is ready.
I think Silyra is the only one here, other than looks at Lightning Man, that can do that. Actually, hold on.
Then we are in your hands, Silyra.
No. How does it work in this setting?
It's an hour.
How do you explain attunement other than asking, do you have to attune to it to do with the ring?
Attunement is, I believe, we've said before, attunement is what it's called.
Yeah, like it's a
Getting to know
concept,
them.
right? Okay. I forget if we were like, just say attunement, but they know what you mean, or like, is it literally attunement?
I think it's literally called that. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's, it's literal.
Looks at Lightning Man. Do you have to attune to that ring you're wearing?
Took me a great long time to come to terms with it.
If you hand it over, me or Reesney could speak telepathically to Silyra, and both of our minds would be blocked. We could actually formulate this plan outside of one person's head.
I think
So-
I have it handled here. Thank you, though.
Well, our backup plan's getting you out of there, so. Also, I don't know how. I mean this kindly. How good you are at formulating a battle strategy.
Well, I suppose you'll just have to trust me.
I hope
That is something that I do.
Yeah, I guess I will.
You hear nearby, you hear the sound of like what sounds like armor scraping together very quickly, and you see what appear to be in a row, almost like dominoes, the 12 adamantium peacekeepers just fall on top of each other and fall to the ground. And you hear
Marvelous.
Brava.
Ready? You'll mount up onto Francis and ride over there towards the hole.
all right, begin moving over. The hole is there, unopened.
Last time they shouted into it. Is that right?
You were unaware. You were too far away to see exactly what was going on because you were stealthing behind this.
That's
weird,
right.
like
Um,
self-moving carriage.
Hammerfell was also there during the protest, and they had some communications down into it as well, and they closed the hole. Did he get a better glimpse then?
No shouting was had. It seemed to be mostly in hushed tones. It was hard to tell, also because there was a lot of shouting going on at the protests. There was a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah.
sensory stuff drawing your attention. So it's
True. It's a distracting situation. Turn to M.
yeah. What's going on?
Well, you have done more research on this. Do you know how to open it?
I think they have like these weird earrings that let them communicate with people.
We could ask
But
it to him.
It is a mechanical device, yes? Perhaps it can be pried open or subverted with technology?
And someone else is going to have to take the main stage this time. I need to recoup after that. It was also intense. Before the rather skinny individual that is wearing this armadillo says, "Alright, I can have a smoke crack at it. Suppose, give me a moment." Begins messing with stuff. This process appears to go much quicker as he kind of is moving his hands about the earth before he feels one particular brick and kind of sticks a chisel beneath it and pries it up, and there appears to be some kind of control panel beneath there that he messes with for but a moment before you see it open up and is currently vacuuming.
Oh, nicely done. Yeah, I shall traverse first, unless if anyone else objects.
Alistair's already walking.
All right. Hammerfell will dismount from Panthers because it's not big enough for him, and he will go down the hole.
All right, let's go.
Shield in one hand and greatsword in the other.
This time you ensure that you do not fall on top of one another.
Yep.
Yes.
You move aside fairly quickly. However, the group after you is this group of derelicts that you've kind of picked up. When this first one, likely the dry woman, says, "Well, this is rather quite."
Move.
What?
Move.
Move.
Well,
nothing to prove your case yet.
Hammerfell is in full action mode, making sure that this room is secure and that no one is in here, and getting ready to stab a motherfucker.
All
would
right.
you like me to scout ahead, Hammerfell?
Yes, that would be helpful. This room seems to be secure, at least for now.
Are the doors all shut again, I assume, or are they open from where we walked through them?
They're all shut.
Is everyone here?
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone ready to fight to the death? Yes, Hammerfell?
No, it's nothing. I'm thinking of spells. I don't believe that they have shown that they can turn invisible, no?
No, but they have shown that at least the bigger ones have an ability to negate magic.
That is true. So perhaps my spell would not be of use anyways. The doors in here are pretty big, right? They're not like 5 feet.
Yeah, almost like vault doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will summon Francis down here.
Yeah, that's why because we walked Francis up the stairs.
Yeah. The hallways are a bit
Yep.
thin. You have to squeeze, but those are the hallways that don't appear to be often people moving throughout them.
Is everyone ready? As I said, weapons out. M with your hands.
She like cuffs a fist and does the weird action fighting move where she just moves them in circular patterns in front of her.
Damn right.
Wax on, wax off.
Silyra, raise me. Tiny.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Silyra, does your backup plan require you to be anywhere in particular?
No, and if that changes, I will move there.
Then will you please stay in the back?
No, as I am going to go first so that I can decide where we go without them knowing.
We know where we're going, and that just makes you vulnerable.
And there's only one way, you know.
Yes,
We've been here
this is a
before.
fairly straight shot down. And if they were reading our thoughts and our current location, then they would already know where we are. So,
Also, we know where you are.
yes, I would much rather be in front of you.
So Hammerfell, you will walk with me. How was that?
Very well.
Behind him.
Well, there is another seat in the saddle, should you wish.
That would be perfect.
All right.
We're gonna go.
Make a noise down.
When you enter the first hallway from this room, immediately, to those of you who are able, there is a communication made.
We're in trouble.
The amount of mines I detect is rather low. Is this a mistake on your end?
I told them we need 17 more, but sadly that wasn't something we could get on such short notice this first time. You said we have until tonight to get you 30. I have 7 currently, all capable. I don't know if their capabilities makes them better for your process, but they're all talented, intelligent, able-bodied.
Bring them and have 23 more by tonight.
They're like
This
a
is being
time.
said to everyone. Everyone can hear
Yep.
these things that are being exchanged.
Hammerfell gives Alastair a nod.
Are we good? Do you want us to come directly down? 'Cause I don't think they know where to go. Where we agreed, down there where you are?
Yes. You have rendered much of my army sparse. Therefore, they need to be guided and changed in this chamber.
As you command, Brainy. See you soon.
You begin pursuing deeper in. You go from one hallway down into the first room, making it into what appears to be the top, this dome of this machine.
Can we pre-summon a summon?
I mean, yes.
He's like, you know what?
Cast a spell.
I can party.
Disney will probably do the same if he sees Alastair do it.
Yep. We're going to summon 6th level skeleton boy.
Alright.
Nice.
Disney will summon 5th level Cold Boy.
Nice.
Alright. Summon
I was gonna go for the ghost because it can like move through barriers and just punch people, but that one's sad and I don't want to use it because it makes me depressed. Do you think he'll be mad if we offer him the summons?
Probably.
Okay. But continue. Sorry.
You summon them both up, and you can see into the dome room, which appears to be empty.
Telepathic to Samson. Something's wrong.
Unsure.
Oh, I forget you can't respond like that. So I'm not used to that. In we go.
Alright. You open the door.
It's open.
What do you make of this great machine?
Who are you speaking to?
To the new gladiators.
They are kind of eyeing it, almost in awe. Looking, some of them inspecting the metals, some of them, as you open the door, will go up and closely examine it.
This is but one small part.
Does this look like apartments to y'all?
Well, I guess I've been proven wrong before.
Get used to it. Because there's more.
Alright, pretty boy.
I'm not pretty, I'm handsome. But thank you.
Alright, pretty boy. They will continue following you, looking in awe.
We will open the door and descend to the next level.
The
Alright.
next level.
Easily.
Steady.
What's our marching order? I assume it's Samson in front, Silyra's directly behind him.
You don't want the summons in front?
Yeah, I think the constructs are in front, Silyra and Sir Hammerfell, and then people can determine what they want to do behind that.
Yeah, we can go to break now.
Yeah.
Return